אני פורים שמח ומבדח, הלא רק פעם בשנה אבוא להתארח. לה 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 לה. עידת פורים הגות אופון צלתיים, מי ייתנו בפורים לחודש לחודשיים. לה 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 לה
ליצן קטן נחמד, רוקד עם כל אחד, ליצן קטן שלי, אולי תרקוד איתי, אולי, אולי, אולי תרקוד איתי, אולי, אולי, אולי תרקוד איתי.
ליצן קטן נחמד, רוקד עם כל אחד, ליצן קטן אני, אולי תרקוד איתי, אולי, אולי, אולי תרקוד איתי, אולי, נו אולי, אולי תרקוד איתי.
זקן יורד ליד ברכיים, שפם ארוך לי המתיים. היש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה, יש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה.
קרניים לי קרני התיש, שיניים לי שיני הליש.
היש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה, יש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה. מלפני צמא עם סרט, מאחורי זנב תפארת. היש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה, יש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה. היש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה, יש צועלת ושמחה כמוני מסכה.
שושנת יעקב צהלה ושמחה, בראותם יחד חלק מרדכי. שושנת יעקב צהלה ושמחה, בראותם יחד חלק מרדכי.
Okay, I'm not talking, I'm singing with my scratchy voice. Okay, so I have, I have 3 verses, and it ends with Esther. I'm doing verses 4, 15, 16, and 17. So okay, and I will know to come in and what's my cue? Oh, okay. Okay. I don't have the script.
ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך בלבוש מלכות ועטרת זהב. ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך
Okay, got it. Okay. I will see you later.
אורה ושמחה שמחה וששון ויקר, ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה, אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר.
ציל ציל צליל מצנפת לי וגדיל, אל יקום איש ממקומו, משחק פורים מתחיל. לה 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 לה.
אחת, שתיים, שלוש, אני אחשוורוש, שרביט זהב לי ביד וכתר על הראש.
לכו לנו כתר על הראש, כל אחד מאיתנו אחשוורוש. מלכה אסתר אני וזה זהב יש לי, יודעים אתם מי דודי מרדכי היהודי. לכו לנו על ראשנו זר, כל אחד מאיתנו עם מלכת אסתר.
אני הוא מרדכי, תכלת בגדיי, אוזני המן ורעשנים הבאתי לילדיי.
לה 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 לה.
וגם אני אשיר, הבאתי סוס אביר, את מרדכי היהודי ארכיב ברחוב העיר.
תן כתף, עצור את העיניים,
פורים לנו נשכח את הכל,
יש לך כאב, רמסהו ברגליים,
פתח את פיך ושירה בקול. היי, 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 חפצנו נבצע, נראה ניסים ונפלאות. היי, 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 כולנו נשתגע, נחיה ונחיה על כל הצרות.
תן כתף, עצור את העיניים,
פורים לנו נשכח את הכל,
יש לך כאב, רמסהו ברגליים,
פתח את פיך ושירה בקול.
תן כתף. Heint ist Purim Brüder, lass mir singen Lieder, sagt was haben's denn nawert, sagt was haben's denn nawert, lass mir Bromfen stell, der Eiberster wird wählen, wir haben alles so im tief in Dreher, lass mir Bromfen stell, der Eiberster wird wählen, wir haben alles so im tief in Dreher. Heint ist Purim Brüder, lass mir singen Lieder, sagt was hat der Golis denn nawert, sagt was hat der Golis denn nawert, lass mir Bromfen stell, der Eiberster wird wählen, Moschiach bringt uns Krieg auf unser Erd. Lass mir Bromfen stell, der Eiberster wird wählen, Moschiach bringt uns Krieg auf unser Erd.
חג פורים, חג גדול ליהודים, מסכות, רשנים, זמירות וריקודים. Havanadisha rash rash rash, Havanadisha rash rash rash, Havanadisha rash rash rash, Parashanim. Havanadisha rash rash rash, Havanadisha rash rash rash, Havanadisha rash rash rash, Parashanim. Purim's here, it's a holiday so dear. Mask and song, bring along, roggers loud and clear. Here go the the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Here go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Here go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Purim time is here. Here go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Here go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Here go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Purim time is here. Opa! חג גדול ליהודים, מסכות, רשנים, זמירות וריקודים. הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, ברשנים. הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, ברשנים.
The day of Purim so, for then to synagogue I go, and hear them read the story old, of Esther brave and Haman bold. O Purim, O Purim, O Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. Have a party, sing a song, turn the grogger loud and long, shalach manot, give and take, eat your Haman-tashin cake. Oh Purim, oh Purim, oh Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. My papa makes a party too, and very jolly things we do. Sometimes we all masquerade, 'tis then the story of Purim's played. Oh Purim, oh Purim, oh Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. Have a party, sing a song, turn the grogger loud and long, shalach manot, give and take, eat your Haman-tashin cake. Oh Purim, oh Purim, oh Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. Then shalach manot to each friend, with lots of goodies too I send, with candies, nuts, and fruits so sweet, and Haman-tashin cakes to eat. Oh Purim, oh Purim, oh Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. Have a party, sing a song, turn the grogger loud and long, shalach manot, give and take, eat your Haman-tashin cake. Oh Purim, oh Purim, oh Purim, full of joy, for every Jewish girl and boy. P-U-R-I-M, Purim!
Now I will say the blessing for reading the Megillah for our spiel, along with thanking God for miracles and the Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. Give me an amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. So here's the beginning of the Megillah. Vayehi b'yamei Achashverosh, hu אחשוורוש המלך מהודו עד כוש 27 ומנה מדינה בימים ההם כשבט המלך אחשוורוש על כיסא מלכותו אשר בשושן הבירה בשנת 3 למלכו עשה משתה גדול לשריו. So it goes on about this long party that the king had, and we want to hear more about it. Let's be introduced to our king.
Welcome, everyone, to the city of Shushan, capital of an ancient Eastern European empire. This empire used to be vast. It covered almost half the world, but the regime governed poorly, oppressed its people, ruled tyrannically, and lost many of its territories. At the time of this spiel, many centuries ago, the empire was ruled by a dictator, King Purim, a distant ancestor of a certain headline-making current leader. King Purim won't accept his empire's decline. He wants to win back the lands he stole and he used to rule. He's a confident man. He holds victory celebrations for wars he hasn't won yet. And that's where our Purim story starts today. King Purim is hosting a party for his country's core clique of wealthy oligarchs. Let's step in and join the festivities now.
Hey everybody, welcome to my victory party. We haven't won our latest war yet, but I know in advance how everything will turn out. So we party before the war ends. And if we lose, don't tell me or our people. No one here ever gets any bad news. We party hearty regardless of what happens. The only problem is that my parties get boring. Many of you think this one's a drag and you have better things to do. But to me, partying is better than thinking about our military problems abroad or our economic problems at home. And I love being the center of attention. I'm sure my loyal ministers love it too. Isn't that right, Medvedeva? I bet you're having a great time standing behind me, just smiling and nodding about everything I say.
Oh, sure, Your Majesty. It's a blast back here. I just love listening to you talk and justifying our war and attacking everyone for treating you and our country unfairly. Our people are just thrilled to have you as our leader. Your popular support keeps going up.
Oh, I know. I don't need opinion polls to find out what our people think. I can always get an accurate account by asking you.
Of course, Your Highness, but now we have a slight problem. Even though you've made all of our guests incredibly rich and they're beholden to you, most would like a little more entertainment at the party than just hearing you sound off.
Okay, Medvedeva. I agree, it's time for some new entertainment. We need something peppy to boost our spirits. I know, go tell my sexy wife Vashti to come dance for us. All right. Welcome to the party, Vashti. You look swell as usual, sweetheart. Pour yourself a vodka. How you feeling today?
Oh, it's a thrill to see you. A rare treat. You've isolated yourself for over 2 years now, and I have to sit 50 feet apart from you when we eat. I almost forgot what you look like. Thankfully, I haven't missed you at all. I'm flattered that you summoned me to entertain your obnoxious friends. Wow, you picked me over that monkey that plays the accordion? Oh, you sure know to make a woman feel valued.
Oh, thanks. Wait a minute. Did you really mean that? I can't tell because I'm very vain and I have no sense of humor. Oh, if you were being sarcastic, Vashti, stop it. Complaining about me in public gets you into big trouble around here. Others who try that disappear. All I want from you is a little song and dance number to keep things moving around here.
No way, Pooty. I'm not your dancing doll. Things have changed around the world. You can't boss me around like you used to. I have rights, and I know women in other countries have rights. I won't take orders, and I do not like it in the Empire old days, so forget about it.
Is that so? Look, Vashti, I'm not asking, I'm telling you what to do. There won't be any Bill of Rights while I'm in charge. I'm the big chief here, and I've arranged to run this country for as long as I live.
Sorry, Pooty, you're stuck in past. People in Western countries don't submit to dictators like you. They have freedoms, a voice, and decisions that affect them. We expect that here too.
Oh, really? This is no democracy. You have no vote around here, and neither does anyone else. Once you're disloyal to me, you're done. Over. Kaput. Finished as queen.
Finished, huh? That's fine with me. I'm out of here. There's a long line of refugees out there for me to join. Good luck running this declining country. Oh, and here's some news for you that no one else will tell you. Your wars and victory parties stink. You are despised in this country and around the world.
Well, la-di-da. That's why no one's taking my calls anymore lately. I don't care who dislikes what I do. I'm the king of the mountain around here, and I get to do whatever I want.
And so, King Putashveros finds himself isolated at home, without a queen, without allies, and worst of all, without entertainment for his party.
This is the pits. I'm being shunned by so many people. My economy is on the rocks. My armies are suffering surprising losses. What happened? I used to get away with whatever I wanted, even the worst stuff, without any consequences. Now I have no queen, I'm all alone, and I'm filled with self-pity. Medvedeva, am I a loser?
No. Cheer up, Your Highness. You just need a new wife. Not to worry. I'll order all the eligible maidens in the kingdom to parade in front of you so you can choose the most attractive and obedient one to be your new queen.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
While they do their matchmaking, we'll hear a reading from the Purim Megillah, which will preview for us who will answer the king's call for a new wife. Here's a hint. Listen for the names of Mordecai and Esther.
איש יהודי היה בשושן הבירה, ושמו מרדכי, בן יאיר, בן שמעי, בן קיש, איש ימיני, אשר הגלה מירושלים, עם הגולה, אשר הגלתה, עם יחוניה מלך יהודה. אשר הגלה נבוכדנצר מלך בבל, ויהי אומן את הדסה, היא אסתר בת דודו, כי אין לה אב ואם, והנערה יפת תואר וטובת מראה, ובמאות אביה ואימה לקחה מרדכי לו לבת.
So, Your Majesty,
Yes.
We sent out a picture of you.
Oh.
That one with you riding on top of your horse with no shirt on.
Good idea.
We knew your manly chest would turn on the ladies. Candidate brides are arriving at the palace. At least there are 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, that's all my picture attracted? Well, at least I know everyone in this group has good taste. I'll check them out. Only one is a real beauty. Oh, well, as they say, I can only have one queen at a time. Let's find out how well she'll worship and obey me. Say there, young lady, come up here. What's your name and why are you eager to marry me?
My name is Esther, Your Majesty. I'm in exile in your country, here with my uncle Zelensky. We are hungry and desperate for a place to live. Oh, and we think that you are the most handsome and appealing human being in the world.
Oh, Esther, you clearly have excellent taste in men. And we do have a vacancy in the palace right now. You could be a suitable wife for me. Let me ask, are you willing to arrange banquets for my circle of wealthy cronies? And to sing and dance for us when we get bored? And smile and wave at the cameras whenever reporters come around? Say yes, and you could become the new queen of Persia.
Well, goodness, Your Majesty, we're homeless and needy, so your offer comes at a very good time. But you're so cold and harsh. Can I think it over?
Think about it. People around here don't think for themselves. I don't even give much thought to what I do. But go ahead, think. Okay, time's up. Persians don't get to do much choice making here. They just do what I want. So that does it. You're our new queen. Cheer up, Esther. You love it. I know, because I'm King Putishverosh and I'm always right.
And so, in a flash, Esther becomes the new queen of the king's wannabe empire. We're going to take a break from our story now to share with you another excerpt from the Purim Megillah.
We'd like those of you here and at home to make lots of angry noises when you hear the name of the new character in our story, most evil member of the empire's government, the prime minister, whose name is Haman. That's great. Now listen for that name in the Megillah. Achar hadvarim ho'ele gidal hamelech Achashverosh et Haman ben hamidata ha'agagi vaynasehu vayasem et kisohu meyal kol hasarim asher ito v'chol avdei hamelech asher b'shar hamelech korim u'mishtachavim le'Haman. Ki chein sivalo hamelech u'Mordecai lo yichra v'lo yishtachaveh vayomeru avdei hamelech asher b'shar hamelech le'Mordecai madua ato over et mitzvat hamelech.
Now we're back in the king's castle.
I am a married man again, and I have a hot new wife, Esther. Now it's time to get back to work. I have many nefarious deeds to do. A ruthless ruler's work is never done. My next task is to spread chaos in that western land that did so much to break up our former great Eastern Empire. I'm too important to do it all myself, and I'm too lazy. I need someone to do the dirty work for me, someone who is truly evil and has no scruples at all. Who should I ask? I know. I'll call on my most devious henchman. Hey, man. Come here, you wild and crazy villain. I have a vital job you're perfectly suited for.
What is it, sire?
Make up lies about our Western rival, then arrange for those falsehoods to be spread around that country so that no one knows what any facts are, what truth is, or what to believe anymore.
But why?
Those people will lose confidence in their media and their experts and their politicians. They won't know who to trust.
What good would that do for us?
Or they'll rally around a few extremist leaders. People on each side will argue with each other, stop listening to each other, and stop cooperating. Their country will grow weak and divided. They'll be unable to solve their problems or defend themselves. They'll be pushovers for our army.
Ah, I see. Great plan. That's just the kind of mission I'd love to carry out, Your Majesty. Leave it to me. I will gather a top-notch team of schemers and liars, and we will carry out your plan in such underhanded ways that the top investigators in their country will never be able to prove who did it.
Oh, you're my kind of guy, man. Go for it. Recruit your henchmen and do as much damage as you can.
Come here, Medvedeva. You're my first choice to plant fake rumors about sickening conspiracies involving the Western leaders. Are you with me?
You bet I am. I love my powerful position in the king's inner circle, and I'm terrified of losing the stream of income and power that being one of our evildoers brings to me. So I'm available to carry out whatever scheme you can cook up. I'll do anything to return our mother country to its former glory.
That's terrific. You're a true Persian patriot. Now, who else around here can I ask? I know. I've heard the new Queen Esther moved here with her uncle, Zelensky. I bet King Purim would want me to recruit him. Say there, Zelensky, I have a job for you. I'm forming a disinformation team to spread false rumors around our arch-rival in the West. I need someone who doesn't give a hoot about the truth, make up stories that will make the leaders of that country look as bad as possible.
What? That sounds like a horrible plan. What you're asking me to do is cruel and dishonest. I'm a Jew, and we consider that to be a serious sin. We call it lashon hara. We are forbidden to utter derogatory things about a person, anything that lowers them in others' estimation, even if they're true. In fact, what you want is something worse. Hotza hashamar. They're saying bad things about a person that are lies, that are slander, that are defamatory. It is forbidden for Jews to do that ever. I refuse.
I can't believe he spoke to me that way. How dare he disobey? No one else around here ever refuses to do what I tell them. He said that he did it because he was Jewish. I didn't know that. He doesn't look Jewish.
Oh.
We can't have any more of this. We have to get rid of these stiff-necked people. I'll report the crime to King Purim. Your Majesty, I just learned something very important. A group of people around here think it's more important to tell the truth than to obey our commands. We can't allow that.
No, of course not. Do they have a country we can invade?
Unfortunately, not anymore.
Oh.
They used to, but they're in a diaspora now. If you empower me, I'll take care of these insubordinate characters.
Oh, take care of them. I like that approach. Are you planning to get rid of them? If so, let's use my favorite method. Send a team to stick them with poisonous needles. Or send them all to a camp in the Gulag for a few years.
Your great ideas, Your Highness. You are an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you. Do whatever you think will work best, Haman. As long as you're loyal to me, you can do whatever evil schemes you think of.
Of course. You know you can count on me, Your Kingship. Now I've got to go. I can hardly wait to do my dirty deeds.
Yes.
Haman got off to plan his revenge against Esther's uncle Zelensky and his fellow Jews. He sent a decree in the king's name to all corners of the nation, ordering that all Jews be executed or exiled. When Zelensky heard about this decree, he was horrified, and he was determined to prevent it. He pondered possible solutions until he realized there was only one. So he went straight to Queen Esther's quarters in the palace.
Esther, a terrible thing has happened. Prime Minister Haman fears that Jewish people threaten his unlimited authority. So he wants to eliminate us. He has issued a decree ordering our destruction.
Oh my goodness, Uncle Zelensky, how awful. I'm stunned. But what can we do? Even though I'm the queen, I have no power to overrule him. Only King Purim can cancel that decree.
I know, and you are the only person in the kingdom who might be able to persuade him to do that.
I'd be glad to try, but he's so preoccupied with his foreign cyber attacks and military invasions that he never even asks to see me. And he has a hissy fit if anyone interrupts him when he's busy. He's been known to order them slain or banished from the kingdom.
I know how temperamental he is, and everyone says his mental state worsens every year. They say he's paranoid that people are out to take away his power. When he even suspects that, he jails them or gets rid of them. So by speaking to him on our behalf, you would be putting yourself in grave danger. But you are our only hope, Esther. If you would risk going to his chambers to plead our case, you would be a true heroine, and our people would be forever grateful to you.
I'm scared, Uncle Zelensky, but this is not a hard decision to make. As a Jewish woman, I know what my duty is, and I will do whatever I can, take any chance to save my people. You can count on me. Also, because I'm Jewish, I'm not stupid, so I won't just barge in on him. I have a plan. And here's what I say in the Megillah about fasting for 3 days and then going to see the king, even if it means I might be put to death.
Let's hear those verses now chanted by Anita Rosenfield.
ותאמר אסתר להשיב אל מרדכי, לך כנוס אל כל היהודים הנמצאים בשושן. ותשומו עליי, ואל תאכלו, ואל תשתו 3 ימים, לילה ויום. גם אני ונערותיי עצום כן, ובכן אבוא אל המלך אשר לא כדת, וכאשר עבדתי, ויעבור מרדכי, ויעש ככל אשר ציוותה עליו אסתר.
We just learned from the Megillah that Queen Esther will fulfill her uncle Zelensky's request to ask the king to save the Jewish people. Now let's hear more from the Megillah about Esther's plan for approaching the king.
She's going to enter the chamber and she's going to be shaking to see what the king does. But I tell you, it's good. He's going to extend the scepter and say, "You may enter." ויהי ביום השלישי, ותלבש אסתר מלכות, ותעמוד בחצר בית המלך הפנימית, נוכח בית המלך, והמלך יושט על כיסא מלכותו בבית המלכות, נוכח פתח הבית. ויהי כראות המלך את אסתר המלכה עומדת בחצר, נשא חן בעיניו, ויושט המלך לאסתר את שרביט הזהב אשר בידו, ותקרב אסתר, ותיגע בראש השרביט, ויאמר לה המלך, מה לך אסתר המלכה, ומה בקשתך עד חצי המלכות, ויינתן לך. I'll give you anything up to half of my kingdom, he says. ותאמר אסתר, אם על המלך טוב, ויבוא המלך והמן על משתה אשר עשיתי לו, ויאמר המלך, מהרו את המן לעשות את דיבר אסתר. Sure, we're going to come to that wonderful party. ויבוא המלך והמן אל המשתה אשר עשתה אסתר.
How can I get King Purim to speak to me? Let me think. Yeah, that should work. Don't worry, my friend. I know how to protect myself from any radiation that might drift into the country.
Did I just hear someone say they know how to resist radiation? I've been afraid of that. Who said that?
Well, it was me, your new Queen Esther.
Oh.
May I join you? I know you hate to be disturbed by anyone that you haven't summoned.
Oh, yes, I usually am. But this time it's okay, because you said something about radiation protection. What do you know about that, and how do you know it?
Well, I know, Your Highness, because something I haven't told you yet, and that's I'm Jewish. And as you know, the Jews are very clever people. One of our ancestors developed a secret radiation protection that I could make available to you. It's a recipe for surefire cure-all potion that we call chicken soup. Only we know how to prepare it so that it cures whatever ails you, and it tastes delicious. I'd be glad to have my maidservants prepare a bowl for you as part of the banquet that I'll serve in my quarters tonight.
Well, Esther, that soup sounds like just what I need. I will join you.
Okay, I'm glad. I'd also like to invite Prime Minister Haman.
Okay, that's all right with me. I know he'd love to be included. Sure, ask him and I'll see you both tonight.
That night, Queen Esther, Haman, and the king gathered in Esther's chamber for the chicken soup banquet she had promised to prepare.
Esther, this has been a wonderful evening. That chicken soup was delicious, and it still makes me feel warm inside. You deserve a reward. What can I do for you? Anything.
Well, great. I do have an important request. Someone has sent out a decree in your name, dooming the Jewish people, and that means that I will be killed too. The only thing I ask is that you cancel that decree and save me and my people.
Oh, of course I will. But who would dare to do such a thing?
That man is right here in this room, and his name is Haman.
Oh no, I'm in big trouble now. Wait, I can explain.
No excuses, buddy. You've proven yourself to be a despicable villain. King, will you cancel Haman's dastardly decree?
You bet I will. anything to maintain my supply of that miraculous Jewish chicken soup. Begone, Haman!
Whoa!
Oh no! Now people will boo me throughout history.
That's right, and that's what you deserve.
We will hear another selection from the Megillah now about the punishment Haman receives.
This is where Haman and his 10 sons are all hanged, and I have to say it in one breath with all of the names of the sons. Here we go. Uveshushan habira הרגו היהודים ועבד 500 איש ואת פרשנדתה ואת דלפון אפסתה פורתה עדליה ארידתה פרמשתה אריסאי ארידאי ויעשה בני המן. I got through that. בן המדתה צורר היהודים הרגו ובביזה לא שלחו את ידם.
Thank you for your kindness, King. You know, you're not totally bad. I only wish your future descendants would be too. Oh, there's one more thing. I'd like my Uncle Glinsky to join us.
Zelensky, you've arrived at a perfect time. I need some help. You're Jewish, so I'm sure you know how to write. Transcribe this notice and have it sent to everyone in my vast kingdom. My previous anti-Semitic decrees are all null and void. In fact, I encourage all of you to invite Jewish people to your homes for dinner. Tell them it's a potluck and ask them to bring along a kettle of their special chicken soup. It's delicious and it's a radiation vaccine. And Zelensky, that's not all. I just dumped my old prime minister and I need a new one. I'm sure you'd make a much better prime minister than he ever was.
After he nullified Haman's decree and became prime minister, Uncle Glinsky issued his own decree that urged all Jewish people in Persia and everywhere else in the world to celebrate and retell every year the story of how King Ahasuerus' wife Esther risked her life to save them.
Declare a holiday, call it Purim, make it a day of good food and good times, of wearing costumes and eating tasty little three-sided cookies, of exchanging goodies and donating generously to the poor. And my dearest wish and my deepest hope is that this holiday and the story we tell about it each year will inspire people all over the world to get along with each other instead of being greedy for wealth and power, especially when it belongs to a neighboring country. Chag Purim Sameach.
Thank you all for coming to our Purim Spiel. Here is our wonderful cast, and please do stay afterwards. We'll give you all Hamantaschen. Woohoo! Purim hagadol hu laYehudim, masechot rashanim, shmirot perikudim, Havana risha rash rash rash, Havana risha rash rash rash, Havana risha rash rash rash, barashanim.
And a special thank you to our television and Zoom operator, Jenny Hersh.
Yay, Jenny! Wish we could turn the camera around. Bye.
Happy Purim, everybody.